Have you ever wondered what it's like to live in the Swiss mountains, far away from bustling cities, surrounded by cows, breathtaking landscapes, and a daily routine that's completely different from ours? Today we're heading up to the Swiss Alps to explore the everyday life of a farmer who resides in a place where time seems to slow down, yet the work never ceases. Amidst traditional attire, bells hanging from the cows' necks, and cheeses crafted with utmost care, there exists a simple life, rich in tradition and hard work. It's a demanding routine, deeply connected to nature, reliant on the weather, livestock, and sheer determination. But is this way of life still worthwhile today? How do these families live? What do they eat? How do they work? And what happens when winter arrives? Stick with me in this video, because you're going to be amazed by the details of this high-altitude routine. Let's go. Here, there's no alarm clock ringing. The sun itself signals the start of the day, rising early between the mountains and bathing the fields in a golden light. When it does, there are no excuses. It's time to get up. The farmer wakes around 5 in the morning. It's still a bit dark, the air is chilly, and the silence is only broken by the distant sound of a bell or the mooing of a cow asking for food. No coffee in bed or phone in hand. The first thing to do is put on the boots, the work clothes, and head straight to the barn. There, dozens of cows are waiting, and they know exactly when it's time to eat. If the farmer takes too long, they complain. It's a heavy routine, with no rest, rain or shine, but it's also a way of life. Everything starts early to ensure there's enough time to get everything done and still have a moment to enjoy the stunning view from up there. Are you enjoying learning about this high-altitude routine? Every detail of this simple yet meaningful life shows how surprising daily life in the countryside can be, and believe me, we haven't even reached the most intriguing part yet. So go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let us know in the comments, would you dare to live like this, away from the hustle and bustle of the city? Stay with us because there's so much more to discover about this unique way of living in the Swiss mountains. After waking up, the first commitment of the day is to the cows, and anyone who thinks it's just about tossing them some food is very mistaken. Here in the Swiss mountains, livestock feeding is taken seriously and makes all the difference in the quality of the milk. Their diet is primarily hay, harvested and dried in the summer to last through the winter. It's a months-long job to ensure that even when everything is blanketed in snow outside, the cows have enough to eat. Some farms also mix in a bit of grains or natural supplements. Everything is meticulously measured. After all, a healthy cow produces better milk, and that's what sustains the family. As the farmer distributes the food, you can sense the affection with which he speaks about his animals. Many cows even have names, and he recognizes them just by looking at them. It almost seems like they appreciate him, coming closer, wagging their tails, much like a dog seeking affection. It's in this daily exchange that the true bond between the farmer and his animals is formed. Did you know that what they feed the cows even influences the flavor of the cheese? After feeding the livestock, it's time for the most crucial part of the day, milking. This is where the fresh milk comes from, the basis for almost everything produced on this farm. And here's the question, do they still milk by hand the old-fashioned way? Well, it depends on the farm. Some more traditional ones still use the manual method, with a bucket on the ground, a stool beside it, and a lot of elbow grease, but most have adopted milking machines that make the process quicker and ensure better hygiene. Even with technology, the work remains very close to the animals. The farmer must clean the cow's udder thoroughly, position the tubes correctly, and keep an eye on everything to ensure it runs smoothly. Each cow takes about 5 to 10 minutes to be milked. Now imagine doing that with 30-40 cows, twice a day. The milk goes directly into a cooling tank, where it stays nice and cold until it's taken to the cooperative or used to make cheese right there on the farm. And the most interesting part, many people around here still drink a glass of warm milk straight from the cow. It might sound strange to us, but for them it's pure freshness. Would you dare to try it? Here on the farm, milk isn't just milk, it transforms into cheese, and not just any cheese. It's that typical Swiss cheese, artisanal, made with care, patience, and a tradition passed down through generations. After milking, a portion of the milk goes directly to a special room where the magic begins. First, the milk is heated, and rennet is added, which helps separate the whey from the solid part. The remaining curd is mixed with a large paddle until it reaches the perfect consistency. Then, it's placed into round molds and pressed tightly to take on that classic Swiss cheese shape. Afterward, the cheese rests on wooden shelves, where it matures for weeks, sometimes months. During this time, it's turned, washed, and cared for with great attention. And those little holes in the cheese aren't defects, they're a sign of quality. They appear due to gases released by good bacteria involved in the process. Nature's wonders. The flavor depends on the milk, the aging time, and the season of the year. Each piece tells a story. Can you believe that all of this starts out in the field with a cow munching on hay? After a heavy morning, it's time to take a break and recharge. Lunch here is simple but well prepared. No industrialized or fast food. Everything is made at home with what's available in the pantry, garden, or on the farm itself. Homemade bread, cheese made the day before, boiled potatoes, smoked meat, garden vegetables, and of course a good butter that could almost be dessert, and to accompany it, a hot tea, or even a glass of fresh milk. The table is usually small but filled with flavor and almost always surrounded by family. It's a moment to pause, converse, and above all, appreciate what one has. Here, no one is in a hurry. It's not a feast, but everything is natural, genuine, and prepared with love. The kind of food that gives you the strength to face the rest of the day, because after lunch, there's still much to be done. Would you be willing to swap delivery for a lunch like this? In the city, many people hardly see their families in their daily lives. Here on the farm, it's different. Everyone works together, has lunch together, faces the cold and storms together. Family life is part of what sustains all of this. From a young age, children help with lighter tasks, feeding the animals, collecting eggs, tending to the garden. Over time, they learn every detail of the routine, not just out of obligation, but because it's part of the local culture. It's a way of life passed down from parents to children. The wife or husband, depending on the farm, also plays a crucial role. Besides helping with the livestock or cheese production, they manage the household, prepare meals, and participate in decision-making. There's no space for everyone in their own corner. Everything is collective. And even with so much work, there's always time to chat, have a coffee, laugh about the stubborn cows, or simply enjoy the view of the mountains. It's a simple life, but filled with strong bonds that keep the family united, even on the toughest days. Do you think you could live so close to your family every day? Here, modernity has arrived, but without erasing the past. In the farms of the Swiss Alps, many things are still done the same way they were by the grandparents, and this isn't by chance. Traditions are part of the identity of these families. For example, traditional clothing. On festive days, or at regional fair, it's common to see the farmer in a checkered shirt, suspenders, a hat, and the whole family dressed in old-fashioned style. It's not a costume, it's pride in their roots. The bells on the cows also have a story. Each one has a different sound, handcrafted. They are used in parades celebrating the ascent or descent of livestock from the mountains, events that bring entire communities together with music, dance, food, and a lot of tradition. And there's more. Ancient recipes, home decor with hand-carved wooden objects, tools passed down through generations, things that the world is slowly forgetting, but here they still thrive. These traditions aren't just embellishments, they connect the past with the present, and keep alive the essence of what it means to be a Swiss farmer. Do you have any traditions in your family that you still uphold? In the Swiss Alps, winter doesn't give a warning. When it arrives, it comes in full force. Snow, wind, ice, and days that darken before 5 p.m. And for those living on a farm in the mountains, preparing is a matter of survival. It all starts in the summer, cutting and drying hay, reinforcing barns, storing firewood, repairing fences, and ensuring that the animals have enough shelter and food to last through the cold months. It's a race against time, but if you leave it for later, it becomes complicated. When the snow covers everything, the landscape is beautiful, but it also demands a lot. The cows spend more time in the barns, and the work of caring for them doubles. Just getting to the barn can often be a battle against the ice, and the farmer puts on more layers of clothing, wears thick boots, and pushes on. There's no such thing as "I don't feel like it today." Nature sets the pace, and all that's left is to respect it. But despite the challenges, winter also has its charm. The silence of the snow, the smoke rising from the chimney, the smell of bread baking in the wood stove. It's during this time that the house becomes the heart of the farm. Would you dare to live in a place where the cold arrives before Christmas and only leaves by Easter? With so much work, cold, heavy routines, and distance from the city, many people wonder, is it really worth living this way? For those born here, this life isn't a sacrifice, it's a choice, a rhythm. It's a connection to the land, to the animals, to family. It's waking up early but also witnessing the sunrise every day amidst the mountains. It's not having luxuries, but also not being in a rush. The income may not be high, and vacations are rare, but what is gained in return is hard to quantify. Real food, silence, stunning landscapes, and a routine that, although tough, makes sense. It's clear that this life isn't for everyone, but for those who love the countryside, animals, and nature, there's no better place to be. In the end, is it worth it? For these families, the answer is simple: it's worth every second. So what did you think of this routine among cows, bells, and mountains? Living on a farm, high in the Alps, may seem simple, but every detail has its beauty. From the coffee brewed on the wood stove, to the silence of the countryside, broken only by the mooing of the livestock. Now tell us, can you see yourself living in a place like this, with all that peace and a rhythm so different from the city? Or would you prefer to just visit and then return to the comfort of your sofa? Leave your comment down below. We love hearing what you think. And of course, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. There are many more real stories and incredible places to come. See you in the next video.